This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there, it's Jeff Cutastrophe. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, July the 20th, is a NHL icon who played 16 years for the Detroit Red Wings and then decided to head to Russia, of all things. It was just shocking. So, anyway, he won 2 Stanley Cups with the Red Wings and the Russian Championship with St. Petersburg. He's a Russian icon, and when he won the gold medal at the 2018 Olympics, he became part of the Triple Gold Club. I'll explain more later. But anyway, this guy was a Selke Award winning star, winning 4 consecutive Lady Bings and winning the Selke 3 straight years. It was just amazing what he could do. His name is Pavel Datsyuk, who's now 45 years old. Pavel Datsyuk had his short name was Pasha. He had a lot of childhood difficulties because of things. But he had a twitchy walk. He was pretty good at soccer, but a trainer by the name of Vladdy Krikunov took him under his wing and made him hockey. He was undrafted in the 96 and 97 NHL drafts. He was eligible to be drafted in 98. And anyway, Detroit's director of European scouting by the name of Håkan Andersson noticed him. He was supposed to scout Dmitry Kalinin, a defenseman, but caught Datsyuk. He knew it was the 3rd time. So anyway, there was a storm issues. So anyway, only Anderson, the Detroit scout, knew about Datsyuk. And Anderson told Detroit to draft him. So they did. 171st overall. Can you imagine all the players that were drafted ahead of Datsyuk? And finally he got drafted. It was amazing. I mean, he was 20 when he got drafted, but still. He was eligible to be drafted. That's what I'm like. Anyhow, so Detroit was known for drafting people late. They drafted Vladdy Konstantinov very late, and they also drafted Nick Lidstrom very late. Anywho, he started his NHL career in 2001 with the Red Wings and was mentored by Igor Larionov and Sergei Fedorov. Of course, get the Soviets to stick together. Steve Yzerman would mentor him too. Datsyuk was put on the line with Brett Hull and Kitchener's own Boyd Devereaux. He did score 6 points in the 2002 Stanley Cup playoffs to help the Red Wings win the Stanley Cup, and he was given the puck, the Stanley Cup. Expectations were high because Henrik Zetterberg was also on this team. Zetterberg would be with Datsyuk and Hall on the line, and they would be called the 2 kids and an old goat line. The kids being Zetterberg and Datsyuk, with the goat being Brett Hull. Well, anyway, Datsyuk would get hurt with a knee injury, and his playoff performance sucked. He had no points as the Red Wings got swept by the Ducks the first round. Datsyuk knew he had to rise to prominence after Fedorov signed with the Ducks of all teams in the offseason. He would only put up 6 assists in the playoff run in 2004 when the Red Wings got shocked by the Flames in the second round. He became a restricted free agent and of course, decided to sign a contract. Well, he signed with Dynamo Moscow and played with Dynamo during the 2005 lockout season, and then signed a deal with the Russian Super Leagues of Argon Omsk. But Dynamo Moscow matched the offer. Datsyuk did sign a 2-year, $7.8 million contract with the Wings September 2005, and it looked like he might have stayed in Russia, but no, he didn't. However, that would be the start of a great rise from 2005 to 2013 in his career. His high-level play and sportsmanship won him the Lady Byng Trophy for most gentlemanly player. Well, when you have 22 penalty minutes the entire season, it's huge and all that. Datsyuk also played for Russia at the Olympics. And anyway, Datsyuk put up 87 points and prior to the beginning of the 2007 playoffs, signed a 7-year, $46 million contract extension so he didn't have to be a free agent. Got the Red Wings to the conference finals, but lost to the Ducks. Datsyuk would put up 97 points in 2008, and looking good. In fact, that was the third straight season he led the Red Wings in scoring. Only Stevie Yzerman, Gordie Howe, and Ted Lindsay had done that prior to him. Datsyuk put up a great moment and all that, and helped the Red Wings win the 2008 Stanley Cup Finals, making it the 4th cup in 11 years. He was given the Selke Trophy for Best Defensive Forward, and also with the Lady Byng Trophy in his grasp because he only had 20 penalty minutes. And then Datsyuk had won the Lady Byng in 06, 07, and 08. He became the first player since Frank Boucher back in the 1930s to win the Lady Byng 3 straight years. In fact, when Boucher won it in 1935, Lady Byng, the wife of the Governor General, gave Boucher the trophy to keep, and then got a new one. Datsyuk joined only Ron Francis as the only players to have the Selke and Lady Byng trophies during their careers. Can't believe it. Anyway, he ended up winning the Selke Trophy in 2009 and the Lady Byng as well, so he got the Selke Byng double again. And in 2010, he won neither the Selke or the Lady Byng, so back to being a decent player. He played for Detroit and all that for a while, and then when the NHL had a lockout in the 2012 13th season, Datsyuk joined Alex Ovechkin and Gino Malkin to play overseas. He signed with CSKA Moscow in the KHL, putting up 36 points in 31 games. But when the league came back in January 2013, he signed back to Detroit and put up 49 points in 47 games. The Red Wings were up 3-1 on the Blackhawks in the second round, but guess what? They choked. Datsyuk would sign a 3-year extension to stay with Detroit in the 2013 offseason. So anyway, June 2016, it was shocking. He decided to leave Detroit at the height of his career and play back in Russia. It was like, what the hell? He had a 14-year career with the Red Wings and he went back to Russia? Why? I don't know. Anyway, he left the Wings while winning 2 Stanley Cups in 02 and 08, 4 Lady Byng trophies, 06, 07, 08, 09, 3 Selkes, 953 games played, 918 points. Datsyuk's contract was actually traded to Arizona in the 2016 draft for the 20th pick, the 53rd pick, and Joe Fatale to clear salary cap space. Obviously, he didn't want to go to Arizona. Who would? Anyway, Datsyuk would sign a 2-year deal with St. Petersburg in the KHL and help them win the title. He was a pride. And then he left St. Petersburg as free agent. And there was speculation that he would be back to Detroit. But no, he went back to KHL and signed with his hometown team, Yekaterinburg, and signed a couple years. He retired in 2021. So anyway, Datsyuk and his first wife had a daughter, but then after the divorce in 2010, he got married for a second time and has 2 children with his new wife. He's a Russian Orthodox practitioner. So anyway, but in the Olympics, he won the gold in 2018 with Russia, meaning he was in the Triple Gold Club. Remember what I said at the start? Well, the Triple Gold Club is for players who've won a Stanley Cup, the World Championship, and the Olympics. He won in 2012 the World Championships with Russia, which in Europe is more valuable than Stanley Cup. But still, yeah, I mean, 4 Lady Byngs, 3 Selkies, he was good and all that. And putting up 918 points in 953 NHL games. Fantastic. He was pretty good and all that. I question him going back to Russia at the height of his powers with Detroit, but, you know, he played for one team in his career, so I gotta give him props, don't I? Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond, a dude.